Okay, guys, I really want to help you guys out with the ice bath. Now, this thing is amazing for you. This thing is a challenge. You've got to have grit, you've got to have willpower, and this gets you ready for other things that are going to definitely come your way in life, right? It's a tool. It's a tool that you use to combat stress, combat anxiety, get deeper within yourself and understand yourself a hell of a lot more. Calm the central nervous system and calm the mind. So this is sitting at 4 degrees. I'm going to do this for as long as I feel necessary. It's when essentially I go completely numb and I feel this switch, and then there's a sense of relief, there's a drop in stress, there's a boost in dopamine, and that's when I get out. When I go completely numb, that's when I jump ship. There's a threshold of pain in an ice bath that a lot of people don't get to. They're scared, they're afraid, but you stay in long enough, you hit that threshold, and then the pain doesn't increase. It collapses, somewhat goes easy. And a lot of people aren't willing to endure the pain, to make those sacrifices. They're not willing to do it, and that's why they don't win, and that's why they don't succeed, because they're fearful of the pain. They're worried of the what ifs, instead of just jumping straight in and dealing with it. And that in that present moment, people never even experience the things that life has to offer, and it's quite sad. And that's what I teach. You've got to embrace the suck. You've got to overcome these challenges, and you've got to push yourself. That's why the hard truth, the hard training is so important to me, because it's necessary in overcoming other aspects of life when you do hit rock bottom, when you are dealt with some serious shit, some pain, some loss. A few weeks ago, when my daughter was born, we nearly lost her. And I've not mentioned it until this day yet on here, but I went through some rough fucking days, man. She came out, she wasn't breathing properly, she had loads of liquid and fluid on her lungs, and it was looking bad. She ended up having a seizure, a bleed on the brain, one of her valves wasn't working correctly, and there was bad news. It was waking up at 3 a.m. and they were knocking on our door. You need to come and speak to us and speak to the doctor. And it was just a whirlwind, a roller coaster ride of emotion and ups and downs. And in those moments, your true character comes out, and you are really tested, and you are exposed to who you are deep down inside, and you can see every little last ounce of that soul. And fast forward 2 weeks after that, and she's back home, and we've had some amazing news, and she's absolutely perfect. But I thought the worst, man, and it was tough. It was deep. Bailey was traumatized. She was crying all the time, and I was tearing up. But we held it together, because in those times you just gotta be positive. You gotta pray, and you end up praying to God, and you end up praying to the higher power in those fucking horrible moments. People who say they're not religious, and people who say they don't believe in something or the higher power, you will know, and you will find out when you are begging, you are praying for something good to happen and to turn around. So the ice bath gets you ready for somewhat hard events, and it's the only thing you can simulate. It's the only thing, well, like hard training and other things, even like breath work, get you somewhat, which gets you somewhat close to a hard, tough experience. And like, for example, my mom, she's been through some traumatic shit in her life, and she's never done the ice bath. She's never done the breath work. It's not the be all and end all, but at least we're trying to do something to harden us. And I think we need that in society these days, because there are a lot of soft motherfuckers. So that's it. Now I've gone numb as shit, and I'm gonna get out. One of the best things about getting out the ice bath, you look lean as meat.